Good morning, everyone. We meet again. I have my hot water because I woke up. My throat just a few minutes ago is wow. I could feel just like the tightness, the kapha energy is just a lot more thickness and heaviness. So, a hot water does one's body good. Especially if you're a teacher and you're about to be teaching more remotely or in general, hot waters are really helpful for keeping the system clear. You can share more easily. So my name is Rena, and if you know me well, you know my life has been pretty volatile, and that word can have some negative connotation, but it can also be something that's kind of exciting because it is just sort of life. In this situation, I wanted to offer the concept of a structure in a space and something that we sometimes have to make for ourselves and offer space. So, if you have the availability, you can have a space that's just set up. So, I had a space that was over there yesterday. This is a new space to me, and I wasn't really feeling it because there's an LED light and it doesn't do me right. So this is a warmer light. It's a bit more natural for me. Also LED, but it's just hued differently. I'm closer to natural light. And so, because these things organically just make me feel better, I just wanted to say that we can always revise a little bit the space, but then when we find it, it's nice to have it just to know that we can arrive. I'd also recommend making your bed if you haven't already, especially when we're confined in our spaces or we don't feel as much freedom. It's a way to, and I know a lot of institutions encourage this, is to make the bed and do that sharing, like a sense of freedom and peace, liberating yourself as you smooth out the wrinkles. It might be a cot, you might be sharing, a couch or a floor with someone right now. But whatever it is, just in that understanding of how our environment can affect us, these things are helpful things to do. If it becomes, a little bit over the top or we have to have it, just also aware of that, where we can just calm ourselves and say, like, this is a gesture and an intention, but we're never going to reach that perfection that we need. And I have that tendency, so I just wanted to acknowledge that too, that not to be hard on yourself, but a little bit of cleaning here, a little, in moderation, everything can serve us. I also wanted to give you a chance to breathe, so let's just go into that and I'll share some more. Relax however you are. If you want to readjust your seat, do. Swallows start to take movements as your body naturally finds them. Places in the body that tend to gather tension. If you imagine a cot or a bed, there are these pressure points. You could even look it up on Google, where we tend to send more weight if we sleep on the side. It's into our shoulders, it's into our neck, usually upper back, low back. Good. And take the hands just like yesterday. You can widen them, bring them to your sides. Inhale, lift the arms. Breathe in nicely, fully. Exhale, release. Breathe in all the way. Exhale, release. Breathe in. And exhale. A couple more times. Breathe in. Slow the breath if you can, if it feels all right. Gently hold. Smile. Keep the space you made in the spine as you exhale, lower the hands. Feel the space at your fingertips and your palms. One more time, breathe in. Imagine if you flip the palms upward that you're holding space, gathering it. Gently hold if it feels okay. Keep space as you exhale, release. And let go of that for a moment. Uncross the legs if they're crossed, cross them the other way. Eyes can be open or closed. Relax at the shoulders. Lift tall, not straining tall, but lifted tall. There's spaciousness in each of the spaces between the vertebral discs. And in yoga, just the observation. I feel in my eyes that there's this, like, you can feel, there is electricity running through our bodies. We're conductors. We're made mostly of water and space. And it makes sense that I can absorb and conduct the energies that I am exposed to. And this tends to manifest in my eyes and in my shoulders, sometimes even in my hands. They start to feel even like arthralgia, they call it, like a tightness. I have like wiry fingers and joints. So just noticing that, letting them open. See if you can start to observe now not just what we are experiencing, but that things might be transforming on their own. As you continue to breathe in and out fully, completely. Even behind the closed eyelids, observing the eyes and their movements. Again, if we're sighted, it's something that might manifest through our vision and our eye patterns. Otherwise, also paying attention. If we can hear, we can also listen. We can touch. Notice if the teeth are clenching. This is really natural when we're in a state of tension. So see if you can take the fingers and hands, massage gently at the mandibular joint. Gently opening, closing the mouth if you can. Sticking out the tongue as you breathe out the next time. Letting go of the tension. You can do that as many times as you need. So when I say very little and there is space in front of you and around you, can you notice if the mind is grasping and waiting? And it might incite a even mild fear or a what's next anxiety, right? And see if you can begin to let yourself, when we say come inward, it can sound like, this, I was watching a movie yesterday and it sounds like a glamorized, romantic comedy yoga teacher thing to say, right? But it is about coming into a place that is center instead of feeling off balance and searching rapidly, right? We can actively, and I'll turn to the side if you want to blink the eyes open if they're closed, right? We can become rajasic, and tamasic at the same time. Tamas, meaning without power, feeling a little bit more quiet. And it's not a bad quality to have. We need to be able to channel those at times. And sometimes we can feel rajasic. I need to take control of this situation. Again, volition, not a bad thing. But when we are not in a place of conscious movement and guidance in our life, it can send us off balance. This is why we say coming back to center. So if we're here or if we're here or here, we can feel the spine lifting upright. Can feel the shoulders round forward. I sleep on my side sometimes, so it happens. The body's really smart. It memorizes what we're telling it to do. So when we continue to practice and say, okay, actually open shoulders, chest can lift, relaxed shoulders as I'm tall, the body starts to remember. It starts to become the natural pattern. Continue to breathe in the space. The eyes can focus on the point between the eyebrows a little above. Notice if the tongue suctions to the top of the mouth, let it soften to the bottom. Teeth can even be apart and mouth open if you like. And if it's helpful, you can consider a mantra if your mind is continuing to feel a little bit wild. Something that reaches you, for example, I've got this, it hasn't got me. I've got this, it hasn't got me. Take the palms, rub them together. Feel that warmth, energy. Bring the hands to the top of the head, draw them down the face, down the throat, shoulders, chest, all the way down. Rubbing the sensation to wake up the body, blinking the eyes open. And lifting the gaze. So today, just offering yourself some space, enjoying the day, amidst staying informed in a balanced way. So seeking balanced and informed reports. It's okay to not always look in your phone. It's okay. If you need to, of course, yes. But maybe just asking yourself the question, is it required of me right now? Could I give myself the space that's being offered to me, at least for a few minutes in maybe groups of time over time in the day? Just a thought, something that I'm telling myself. So I hope that it's helpful for you today, and I hope that you have a nice rest of day. Thank you for practicing.